Welcome, dear friends. Last time we have seen the Darwin and the Darwinism. Then, in that, we have seen the changes which are made by the environment or natural selection depends on the genes. This was the new concept. Now, we will say another concept, that the neo Darwinism, what the neo Darwinism concepts are here. So, we have seen that last time, the industrial melanism. In that, the moths showed the soot covered area with black colored and others were white colored. Natural color was white, and in soot covered industry it was black. But white were also found in soot covered area. It means that this is not a natural, this is a genetic, this is a genetic effect. The genes carry in white moth, it will clearly regenerate the white. One more thing is they will be easily seen by the predators and are captured and eaten by them. In soot covered area, if white moth will be there, the birds and other insect catchers will spot immediately, and therefore they change their color as a black. We can call it as a camouflage, or they match their body color in the surrounding background. On the other hand, if there are black colored moths in the soot covered area, they match the color of the surrounding and hence easily escape from the predatory birds. So, for escape, to escape from the enemies, the moths develop the black color in the industrialized area, and it is an excellent example of natural selection. Here, nature means environment favors the black moths which match the dark background. So, industrial melanism is observed nowadays not only in peppered moth but also in a wide variety of moths. For example, in Great Britain, about 70 species exhibit it. In United States, about 100 species exhibit this phenomena. Means all other insects are also showing these changes. Second is resistant to DDT. In agriculture, insect pests are controlled by spraying insecticide like DDT. However, DDT cannot bring about 100% death in any species of insects. A certain number of individuals survive, and these surviving individuals are resistant to DDT. So they can resist the DDT. The resistance is a character controlled by genes, and the resistant flies arise as a result of the application of DDT. So they reproduce more and more resistant flies, and thus the resistance the resistant populations are evolved as a selective advantage against insecticides. म्हणजे पूर्वी फक्त DDTच टाकत होते शेतामध्ये, एकच पेस्टिसाईड तयार होतं, आणि त्यामुळे 100% कीटक मरत नव्हते. म्हणजे जिवंत राहत होते ते DDTला सहन करून घेत होते, म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये सहनशक्ती रेजिस्टन्स नॅचरल निर्माण होत राहिली आहे, आणि हेच इव्होल्युशन कंटिन्यूस होत गेलेलं आहे. मग वेल्डन्स एक्सपेरिमेंट असं म्हणतो की त्याने शोअर क्रॅब, समुद्रकिनारी जे खेकडे आहेत त्यांच्यावर त्यांनी एक अभ्यास केला, आणि तो सिद्धांत असा मांडला बघा. वेल्डन conducted his experiment on shore crab Carcinus minus. खेकड्याची प्रजातीचे नाव आहे कार्सिनस मिनस. A large breakwater was laid in the month of the river Plymouth Sound, and the breakwater slowed down the rate of water flow. This resulted in the deposition of silt, गाळ जमा व्हायच्या, and the deposition caused the death of numerous crabs living in that area. So Weldon analyzed the dead crabs and the living ones. He found that the living crabs were provided with narrow carapace and the dead ones with broad carapace. So he assumed that the death of the crabs was due to the accumulation of silt in the gills. So Weldon observed that within 5 years after the construction of breakwater, the mean diameter of carapace began to decrease, and this experiment shows that changed environment produce minute changes. Natural selection operates in the changed environment, and it selects the narrow carapaced crabs. बघा किती गमतीशीर आहे. Fourth, डेव्हनपोर्ट्स एक्सपेरिमेंट ऑन चिक्स. डेव्हनपोर्टने कोंबड्यांवर एक सिद्धांत मांडला आहे. Davenport painted chicks with different colors of black, grey, white, etc. He painted some of them with bars. They were allowed to wander freely in the fields. He observed that most of the chicks, except the barred chicks, were captured and killed by enemies like hawks, kites, etc. This is because of the color of the barred chicks merges with the surrounding, and this shows that nature selects animal with favorable characters. So resistance of bacterium to drugs. L. Cavalli and G. A. Macacro in 1952 carried out some experiments and proved that the colon bacteria Escherichia coli develop resistance to the antibiotic chloramphenicol 250 times as great as that tolerated by normal bacteria by exposing the bacteria to increase the concentration of the drug. म्हणजे कोलोनमध्ये म्हणजे डायजेस्टिव्ह सिस्टीमचा जो शेवटचा पार्ट आहे कोलोन, त्याच्यामध्ये राहणाऱ्या काही बॅक्टेरियांमध्ये सुद्धा भयंकर रेजिस्टन्स निर्माण झालेला आढळून आलेला आहे कॅव्हॅली आणि मॅकॅक्रोला. तर यांनी सुद्धा असं म्हणतात म्हणजे नॉट ओनली इन large animals, large vertebrates or mammals, but even in microorganisms the changes are carried out. The evolution is continually carried out. So crossing experiments proved that resistance has been acquired by mutations and it is inherited on the Mendelian principles. When the resistant strains are cultured in chloramphenicol free on the Mendelian principles, or when the free medium, they grow much more slowly than the susceptible ones. Means at the one side the Mendelian principles are there, and in other side the crossing and natural selection is there. So it showed that both have some changes that are either naturally or made by human beings, and natural are quite different, whereas these drug providing experiments or some drug providing experiments have given the resistance naturally, no problem at all, but natural, this was more prominent than the natural one. Next one, they grow more slowly, whereas adaptory were changed their environment, and due to they show the adaptation due to changes only. So these are the another changes. So in B we will see the explanations against the objections. So Neo-Darwinian tried to give convincing evidences and explanations against the objections and criticism raised against Darwinism. आता डार्विनिझमचे क्रिटिसिझम आपण बघितले, परंतु आता निओ डार्विनिझम बद्दल सुद्धा बघूया. पहिलं, जर्म प्लाझम थेअरी. द इम्पॉर्टंट ऑब्जेक्शन्स लेव्हल अगेन्स्ट डार्विनिझम इज दॅट Darwin did not distinguish between heritable and non-heritable variations. So this objection is answered by germ plasm theory proposed by August Weismann in 1904. And according to this theory, the characters appearing in the somatoplasm disappear with the death of the possessor, so they are not inherited. And the character changes appearing in the germ plasm alone are inherited generation after generation. दूसरा एक्सपेरिमेंट मेंडेल्स एक्सपेरिमेंट होतो की अनदर ऑब्जेक्शन रेज्ड अगेंस्ट डार्विनिझम इज दैट इट डज नॉट एक्सप्लेन द प्रोसेस ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस. दिस ऑब्जेक्शन इज सॉल्व बाय मेंडेल्स डिस्कवरीज. Mendel explained the process of inheritance through experiments, and he said that characters are determined by factors or determined now called genes inherited through the experiments, and he said that the characters are determined by factors determined now called as genes, and the factors are transported through the gametes to the offsprings. So he did some experiments, number of experiments on pea plant to prove his hypothesis, and the result of his experiment are formulated in the form of law. Sorry. formulated by the form of laws and collectively called as Mendel's laws. So Mendel's concept has following principles. We all are well known about the Mendel's experiment what he has run on pea plants. Each animal has a bundle of characters. Each character is controlled by a pair of genes. Of the two genes of a character, one gene is dominant and the other is recessive. Alleles segregate during gamete formation and genes assort out independently during gamete formation. हेच आपण सगळे मेंडेलच्या एक्सपेरिमेंटमध्ये सगळे रेशो बघितले आपण 3/1, 3/0, 1/2/1, त्यानंतर 9/3/3, त्यानंतर 12/3 बाय 1 असे वेगवेगळे एक्सपेरिमेंट आपण वेगवेगळे मेंडलचे आणि नॉन मेंडलचे दोघं एक्सपेरिमेंट बघितले आपण आणि त्याच्यातून आपल्याला हे 5 निष्कर्ष मिळालेले आहेत. तिसरं व्हॅरिएशन. अ थर्ड ऑब्जेक्शन अगेन्स्ट डार्विनिझम इज दॅट इट डज नॉट एक्सप्लेन द ओरिजिन ऑफ व्हॅरिएशन. त्याने ओरिजिन ऑफ व्हॅरिएशन दर्शवलेलं नाही आहे अ थर्ड ऑब्जेक्शनमध्ये. मग पहिलं कुठले कुठले व्हॅरिएशन्स आहेत त्याने जे क्लिअरली आपल्याला समजत नाही किंवा त्याने अभ्यासातून दाखवलेले आहेत पण लक्षात येत नाहीत. पहिलं म्युटेशन म्हणजे जीन्समध्ये बदल होणे. रिकॉम्बिनेशन म्हणजे पुन्हा नवीन प्रजातीच्या जन्माच्या रिपिटेशन होणे. हायब्रिडायझेशन दोन वेगळ्या प्रजातींना मिळून तिसरी प्रजाती जन्माला येणे. जेनेटिक ड्रिफ्ट, आयसोलेशन, फाउंडर्स इफेक्ट्स आणि मायग्रेशन अँड जीन फ्लो. तर ह्या 7 गोष्टी आहेत. ह्या जेनेटिकली होणाऱ्या चेंजेस आहेत, अनुवंशिक होणारे बदल आहेत. या बदलांमुळे सुद्धा आपल्यामध्ये किंबहुना व्हॅरिएशनमध्ये रिझल्ट्स येतात. पण त्याला डार्विनच्या सिद्धांताशी दुजोरा मिळत नाही असं त्यांचे म्हणणं आहे. मग कसं आपण एक एक सगळे आस्पेक्ट एक एक बघूया आपण. पहिलं म्युटेशन म्हणजे सडन चेंजेस इन द जीन सेटअप. अ म्युटेशन इज अ स्पॉन्टेनियस चेंज इन or a gene or chromosome and this change may produce an alternation in character. So Dobzhansky stated that mutation is a mistake or misprint in cell division. The change that occurs in a gene is called as gene mutation or point mutation and the change that occurs in a chromosome is called as chromosomal mutation or chromosomal aberrations, and the mutation produces a different character and thus mutation produces variation. So here the law of Darwin or Darwinism is not clearly indicating what the result is. Second, recombination. The formation of gene combination not present in the parental type. The formation of gene combinations not present in the parental type is called as recombination. म्हणजे काहीतरी नवीन कंबाईन झाले बुवा and they are expressed in the present generation or new generation. It is a process of mixing up of available genes. And Moody in 1970 stated that recombination involves the reassortment or reasserting and recombining of genes already present. So he compares this process to the mixing and sorting out of playing cards. So it is produced by the following processes. 1. Crossing over at the time of meiosis. तेव्हा काहीतरी बदल होऊन जातात म्हणून. दुसरं फ्री असॉर्टमेंट ऑफ जीन्स ॲट द टाइम ऑफ गॅमेट फॉर्मेशन. तिसरं रॅन्डम युनियन ऑफ गॅमेट्स ॲट द टाइम ऑफ फर्टिलायझेशन. क्रोमोझोमल ॲबरेशन्स अँड इंटरब्रीडिंग. एवढे चेंजेस आहेत. It does not produce new genes but it does produce new gene combinations or genotypes. In recombination the genes are rearranged and hence they are brought in close association with new genes. So this causes position effect and epistasis. Hence the original character of the animal is changed and new character appear by recombination. So recombination assists the spreading of mutant gene in the population. So it is primary source of variation and it is more potent than the mutation in producing variations. So third one, hybridization. So hybridization refers to the crossing of two species resulting in the formation of hybrid. दोन प्रजातीपासून तिसरी जन्माला येणे. The hybrids share the genetic material from two different species, hence they develop new characters. Example, mule is a hybrid between horse and donkey. घोडा आणि गाढव यांच्यामधून जे काही खेचर जन्माला येतं त्याला आपण म्यूल म्हणूया. त्यानंतर रॅफॅनो ब्रॅसिका इज अ हायब्रिड बिटवीन रॅफॅनस म्हणजे रॅडिश मुळा आणि ब्रासिका म्हणजे कॅबेज. मुळा आणि कोबी मधला एक दुसऱ्या वनस्पती निर्माण झाली आहे. त्यानंतर पोमॅटो इज अ हायब्रिड बिटवीन पोटॅटो अँड टोमॅटो. तर असे हे एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत हायब्रिड आहे. असे अनेक एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत, लाखो एक्झाम्पल देता येतील. चौथं जेनेटिक ड्रिफ्ट. इन स्मॉल पॉप्युलेशन जीन फ्रिक्वेन्सीज चेंज और फ्लक्च्युएट प्युअरली by chance. The smaller the population, the greater the chance of change. The random change in gene frequency by chance in a small population is called genetic drift. बघा, the random change in gene frequency by chance in a small population is called as genetic drift. This view was proposed by Sewell Wright या शास्त्रज्ञांनी हा सिद्धांत मांडलेला आहे. हेन्स इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड सिवेल राईट इफेक्ट. म्हणून याला सिवेल राईटचा इफेक्ट सुद्धा म्हणतात. ॲज अ रिझल्ट ऑफ जेनेटिक ड्रिफ्ट अ न्यू म्युटेशन अरायझिंग इन अ स्मॉल पॉप्युलेशन इज आयदर फिक्स्ड ऑर लॉस्ट. फिफ्थ, आयसोलेशन. आयसोलेशन इज द सेपरेशन ऑफ इंडिव्हिज्युअल्स ऑर स्पेसीज बाय सम बॅरियर विच प्रिव्हेंट्स इंटरब्रीडिंग. म्हणजे काही प्राणी एकाच भागात राहतात, त्यांना दुसऱ्या भागात जाता येत नाही, त्यामुळे ते दुसऱ्या भागात जाऊन तिथं ब्रीडिंग करून नवीन ब्रीड जन्माला घालूच शकत नाही. म्हणून ते तिथं ब्रीडिंग करतात आणि मग न्यू स्पेसीज जन्माला येण्याचे चान्सेस कमी असतात. जिओग्राफिक आयसोलेशन कॉजेस टू पॉप्युलेशन्स टू बी सेपरेटेड and the geographically separated populations are called as allopatric population. So Mayer in 1963 states that geographic isolation is usually a necessary first step in the development of diversity between populations and the subsequent origin of the species. So once separated, the gene pools are out of touch with each other and they are exposed to two different types of environmental conditions, and the two populations are free to go to their evolutionary ways. So elemental forces of evolution, namely mutations, recombinations, natural selection and genetic drift, occurs independently and differently in each population. So this leads to progressive genetic divergence, and the nature of genetic divergence is different in the two populations, and this divergence leads to the failure of interbreeding between the populations when they come together by migration or by the disappearance of geographic isolation. So thus reproductive isolation is called as is established, or we can say new isolation is created. When this point is reached, the population may live in the same area and thus allotrophic populations become sympatric. Still they remain in the integrity of their respective gene pools. So they are now recognized as new species. Sahwa, founder principle. This is principle proposed by Mayer 1963 and Stifford 1960. It states that when a new population is formed in isolation, its gene pool is not identical with that of the parent population because of sampling error, and this difference is further improved by the different types of evolutionary forces acting independently on the two populations. This leads to genetic divergence or variation. So founder principle leads to the following evolutionary changes. पहिलं, small isolated populations have come to possess unusual characteristics as compared to the characteristics shown by the large populations of their relatives. So large population descends from a few immigrants may differ from the population from which the immigrants came. आता म्हणून याला फाउंडर प्रिन्सिपल असं म्हटलं आहे. एक्झाम्पल बघा. सपोज अ लार्ज पॉप्युलेशन हॅज इन इट्स जीन पूल equal number of genes M capital and M small. Such a population is expected to consist of 25% म्हणजे 25% capital M individuals, then 50% capital M and small m hybrid individuals, and 25% small m individuals. म्हणजे 1:2:1 ratio. Assume that 10 members of this population migrate to an island. समजा याच्यातले 10 मेंबर्स दुसऱ्या एका बेटावर शिफ्ट केले, जिथं त्यांना मायग्रेट होता येत नाही, पण केलं तर तिथं मग पॉप्युलेशन चेंज होईल. कसं बघा. दिस 10 मेंबर्स आर कॉल्ड फाउंडर्स बिकम दे आर गोइंग टू गिव्ह राईज अ न्यू पॉप्युलेशन. हे फाउंडर, त्या 10 फाउंडर म्हणायचं. द फाउंडर्स आर ड्रॉन बाय चान्स अँड हेन्स दे मे नॉट एक्झिबिट द 1:2:1 रेशो. मग ते काय दाखवणार 1:2:2 रेशो दाखवणार नाही, कारण तिथं चेंज होईल पॉप्युलेशन. आणि म्हणून तिथं कॅपिटल एम आणि स्मॉल एमचा रेशो चेंज होईल आणि तो 7, 2 आणि 1 असा येऊ शकतो बघा. असं एक अभ्यासांती संशोधनांती मांडलेला निष्कर्ष आहे. आता पुढचे मायग्रेशन अँड जीन फ्लो. द जीन पूल ऑफ पॉप्युलेशन इज मच अफेक्टेड बाय मायग्रेशन. मायग्रेशनमुळे सुद्धा जीन पूल बदलतो, कारण त्या एखाद्या लोकेशनमध्ये असलेला सगळ्या पॉप्युलेशनचा जीन पूल एकच असणार, परंतु तो दुसऱ्या लोकेशनला कधी गेला, दुसऱ्या हॅबिटेटमध्ये गेला, मायग्रेशन कधी झालं तर तो बदलतो. कसं बघा, दिस हॅपन्स वेन द आयसोलेशन इज इनकम्प्लीट or when the isolation disappears or when animals exhibit fast migration. In any case, animals belonging to different populations or species are brought together and they interbreed. बघा, त्या स्पेसिसमध्ये इंटरब्रीडिंग सुरू होते आणि म्हणून तिथं जीन फ्लो जो आहे तो एका पॉप्युलेशनपासून दुसऱ्या पॉप्युलेशनपर्यंत जात असतो. आणि दिस ब्रिंग्स अबाउट द व्हॅरिएशन. त्याच्यामुळे मग वेगळी प्रजाती जन्माला येऊ शकते किंवा त्याला आपण व्हॅरिएशन म्हणू शकतो. Gene flow is a source of variation. Gene flow from adjacent related population introduces new gene and gene combinations into a given population. So mutation and recombination produce genetic variations within a population. Whereas genes flow introduces genetic variation in one population from another population. Gene flow keeps adjacent populations similar to each other by the mixing of genes. बघा, म्युटेशन आणि रिकॉम्बिनेशनमुळे जेनेटिक व्हेरिएशन जे येतं ते एखाद्या विशिष्ट पॉप्युलेशनमध्ये येतं, परंतु जीन फ्लोमुळे तिथल्या जेनेटिक व्हेरिएशन जे येतं ते दुसऱ्या एखाद्या पॉप्युलेशनपासून किंवा दुसऱ्या एखाद्या पॉप्युलेशनच्या मिक्स होण्यामुळे किंवा संयोगामुळे येऊ शकते. तर इथं आपण हा टॉपिक संपवत आहोत. तुम्ही ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह क्वेश्चन जे आहेत ते फॉलो करा. उदाहरणार्थ डॅश डॅश द डेव्हलपमेंट ऑफ मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म ऑफ लाईफ प्लांट्स अँड ॲनिमल्स फ्रॉम सिम्पल अँड अर्लियर फॉर्म. त्याच्यामध्ये इव्होल्युशन म्हणता येईल. इव्होल्युशन इज द डेव्हलपमेंट ऑफ मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म ऑफ लाईफ फ्रॉम द सिम्पल अँड अर्लियर फॉर्म. तेव्हा हे आपण सगळं शिकलो आहोत की आधी सिम्पल फॉर्मपासून कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म तयार झाले आणि याला इव्होल्युशन म्हटलं आहे. आता डॅश डॅश इज द थेअरी ऑफ ऑर्गॅनिक इव्होल्युशन, लॅमार्किझम. Dash dash is also called inheritance of aquatic character, Lamarckism. According to Lamarckism, dash dash in organism arises through the effects of use and disuse. The variation yield. The long neck, long forelimbs of giraffes, आपण बघितलं Lamarckism मध्ये, are the results of continuous use. The dash dash म्हणजे वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गॅन्स ऑफ मॅन. वेस्टिजियल म्हणजे आहेत परंतु काहीच कामाचे नाही, जसं आपले आहेत बघा, टॉन्सिल आहेत किंवा अपेंडिक्स आहेत आतड्यामध्ये, असे अनेक ऑर्गॅन आहेत की जे वेस्टेज आहेत पण काही कामाचे नाहीत आपल्या. द ऑर्गॅन ऑफ मॅन अँड अदर ॲनिमल्स आर द रिझल्ट ऑफ कंटिन्युअस डिसयूज. आपण वापरतच नाही त्यांना. डार्विन प्रपोज्ड द इव्होल्युशन थेअरी कॉल्ड डार्विनिझम ऑर नॅचरल सिलेक्शन थेअरी. आपण बघितले द competition for getting requirement of life is called struggle for existence. Variations is the inherent property of life. The natural process of selection of organism with favorable variation is called a natural selection. Overproduction leads to struggle for existence. The formation of new species is called as speciation. In artificial selection, man select the animal and plants with desirable characters. Pangenesis states that each cell of the body produce minute particles called as pangenesis. The recent supporters of Darwinism modified the theory according to the latest development in the biology is called as neo-Darwinism. Industrial melanism is a phenomenon observed in pepper moth. According to germplasm theory, the characters appeared in the somatoplasm disappear with the death of possessor, so they are not inherited. Hybridization refers to the crossing of two species resulting in the formation of hybrids. The random changes occur in gene frequency by chance in a small population is called as genetic drift. Isolation is the separation of individuals of a species by some barrier which prevents the interbreeding. The gene pool of population is much affected by migration. The gene flow keeps adjacent populations similar to each other by the mixing of genes. आता आपण युनिट नंबर 3 नेक्स्ट लेक्चरला घेऊया. आपण आपलं यावेळेस लेक्चर इथंच कन्साइज करूया. सी यू.